Is your life meaningful? I want you to ask yourself that question. And I want you to think about the question itself before you answer the question. Is your life meaningful? Is what you're doing meaningful? Sure, you can fill it with things. You can buy things, buy people, buy trips, buy cars, buy guns, buy knives, buy a new pair of boots, and on and on and on, right? Is it meaningful though? I think we're all guilty of it, right? Yes, I'm still here for you guys asking. She'll be okay. It's just, it takes a while for x-rays and stuff like that. So. But is what you do, is what you're doing meaningful, is the question. Does it mean something? I know most of you are probably going to say, well, yeah, it means something. That's why I'm doing it. You're doing it to fill a void, and we're all guilty of it, including myself. But I think about that. I think, is it meaningful to me, to others? Is it going to mean something like, hey, that's cool, I've inspired someone else to do that, or I've learned something from someone else, or I've learned something from doing this myself, right? For me, a lot of times when I do something, I tend to analyze it too much. I tend to use logic in my thinking process. And I would just give you a quick insight. Whenever I make decisions in life, I always use logic, right? For me, it's cut and dry. It's black and white. It's right, it's wrong, left or right, up or down. It's logic, right? 2 + 2 is 4. I mean, there's nothing complicated about that. You do this, you do that, this happens, right? You touch the fire, you burn yourself. Is it logic? And I know for a lot of people, logic doesn't really play into their lives, right? You got to keep an eye on people. Logic doesn't play into people's reality on, well, that's logical, but that doesn't really jive the way I live my life, right? Yeah, that makes sense. If I did that, I wouldn't be in the situation, but that's not reality to me in my life. That's what people will say. People who know me personally know I use a lot of logic. I'm like, why would you do that? That makes no sense. They're like, I don't know. I just did it because I want to do it. I don't know. Which makes me the square, which makes me boring, which makes me not fun to hang out with, which makes me not likable in the sense that they don't come to me asking me my opinion, because I'm going to give them the logical answer, and it's not the answer they want to hear. I use logic in a lot of things, right? I feel like that's what's got me to where I'm at today. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. But I use logic, right? You do this, this happens. It's logic. Going back to what I'm saying, is your life meaningful? I want you to ask yourself that question. Does it really mean something? And I know that we do things in life to fill in those voids. I'm guilty of it too. But I think about the bigger picture. Like, I realize, like, there's going to come a time I'm not going to be able to do this. There's going to come a time that I can't do it. And I'm okay with that. It's just time. It's inevitable. Things happen. Things change. Then there's this people that I know in my life. They're like, the hell with that. I'm I'm rocking and rolling. I'm going 100 miles an hour. I'm running these wheels off until they fall off, and I just can't do it no more. I'm running and gunning. And to me, I look at that and I'm just like, for me, logical, that doesn't make sense. The reality is, you can't do this forever. You're not going to be top dog. You ain't going to be Billy Badass. You ain't going to be the fastest, the sharpest. You ain't going to be the most exciting. It'll pass. Everything does. There'll be somebody right behind you that's quicker, faster, smarter, better looking. It's just better. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to hide from the truth. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy it because it's meaningful to me. But I try to use reality, like logically, this can't go on forever. Logically, things will change. But just ask yourself, is your life meaningful? That is the question I want you to think about. You're cool today, not tomorrow. You're on top of the world, cloud 9. Perfect job, self-employed, beautiful wife. You're in the club. Everything's going good. But logically, it'll go away at some point and things will change. Can you accept that? Think about it. All right. I'm out.